and welcome to the Flipped and Flexible 5-day challenge. So exciting. In these 5 days, we're gonna be working through workouts, stretches, all of these fun and juicy things. And by the end of these 5 days, on day 5, you're gonna be able to get into your headstand. Finally. I have found over the past 2 years of teaching yoga that following a strategic, consistent plan, a workout plan, a schedule, a flexibility stretching regimen, that following that is the best and easiest way to get into inversions and to reach your goal pose ultimately. So following these 5 days are gonna get you on the right track to create your own consistent workout plan, workout regimen, stretching routine to get into all of the poses that you've been dreaming of. So let's get right into it. So do this on your lunch break, after dinner, anytime that you can have approximately 20 minutes to yourself to get moving and to get stretching, to get a little bit of sweat going on. It's really hot where I am right now, so let's get sweaty. Okay, so we're gonna come to hands and knees first off. We're gonna do something pretty easy here, so if you can't do a push-up yet, this one's just for you. If you can do a full push-up, then go on and do that. Tuck the toes, send the knees up, and go for it. If you can't do push-ups yet, we're gonna come all the way to the knees, untuck the toes, send the tops of the feet down towards the mat. Come to a child's pose, send the hands mat width apart, and then peel yourself up off of the mat, okay? So from here, your shoulders should be right over top of your wrist. We're gonna tuck the tailbone, squeeze the navel in, and round that back body. If your hands aren't underneath the shoulders, then walk them out a little bit more. All right, we're gonna send the fingertips inwards just a little ways, and the elbows come straight out to the side, okay? So tuck the belly in, and then we're gonna go for 5. 4 gentle push-ups, go down as far as you can go. 3, 2, woo, good job. Last one, nice work. Okay, come on up, find a child's pose, send the hips back, send the arms long, rest the forehead, full breath. Good, inhale, come on back up. We're gonna find a forearm plank here. So send the forearms down towards the mat. Let the hands come onto the mat, wide fingers here. Tuck the toes, lift up off the knees. If this is too hard, option to lower the knees, untuck the toes, and hang out right here. Okay, so if you're gonna join me up in a high plank, we're gonna do just gentle shifts forwards and backwards, letting the toes rock you forwards and then bringing it back. So inhale, rocking forwards. Exhale, coming back for 5. 4, this is really gonna work out that core, get everything nice and ready, nice and strong. Last one. Good work, let the knees go. Send the hips back, find a child's pose. This is gonna be pretty intense, pretty sweaty if you haven't worked out in a little while, and that's why we're doing this little challenge, all right? So next, inhale, peel yourself up, tuck the toes. We're gonna find a down dog. All right, so for down dog, we can be high on the toes, we can have a bend to the knees, and all we're really trying to do here is send the hips, the tailbone, up towards the sky. So we're trying to have a nice long back, and it doesn't really matter what our legs look like. So they might look like this, they might look like heels on the ground, or they might look just like this. Big breath in, big breath out. Good, next inhale, look towards the hands. We're gonna walk the hands towards the feet. Slowly, gently. You can take a deeper bend into the knees if you can. If you want to, come up onto the fingertips and send the hands onto the toes. As soon as they touch, we're gonna walk them all the way back out long. Finding a down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Good, take your gaze towards the hands, walk the hands in. Keep breathing here. Come onto fingertips if you need to, if you want to. Let the hands touch the feet, big breath. Good. Take the hands back towards the front of the mat. Find a down dog. We're gonna go one more time here. Full breath here in down dog. Yeah, take the gaze forwards at the hands. Walk the hands towards the feet. Good. This is gonna get you nice and stretched out for all of the fun things waiting for us ahead. Take the hands back towards the front of the mat, down dog. Good. Take a shift on to the tops of the toes. Rock the body forwards. Shoulders come over, wrists find a high plank. Nice. And then take the knees all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, send the hips back, child's pose. Full breath. Good work. Inhale, come on up. Nice, and from here we're gonna come through it again. All right, so if you are coming to your full push-up, tuck the toes, lift the knees up and do it like that. If not, drop the knees, untuck the toes, find a child's pose. Take the arms out nice and long, nice and wide. Inch the fingers towards the front of the mat. Inhale, peel yourself up. Nice, shoulders should be stacked on top of wrist. Tuck the tailbone in, tuck the navel in towards the spine. Really a hollow body here. All right, and we're gonna go for 5, 4, keep breathing. 2, 3, 2. Yeah, last one. Good work. Come on up, send it back, child's pose. Full breath. Let it go. Nice, inhale, come on all the way back up, finding our plank. Once again, come down to forearms. So elbows should be shoulder width apart, if not wider or a little bit skinnier, whatever your preference is. Stay on the knees if you want to, or tuck the toes, lift up off of the knees, find a high elbow plank. Good, we're gonna shift for 5, 4, really send that heart space towards the sky. 2, last one. Good. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, send the hips back, full breath. You're doing so good. Nice, we're gonna peel ourselves back up. Inhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up, down dog. Good, all right, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look towards the hands, walk the hands towards the feet. Let the hands touch the feet and then send them back out. Full breath here in down dog. Inhale, look towards the hands, walk the hands back. You might feel the triceps start to burn a little bit. Let the toes touch the hands and then walk the hands back out to down dog. You might feel it a little bit in the arms, a little bit in the legs. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look towards the hands. Send the hands back. This is the last time. Let them touch the toes and then send it all back. Good job. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend the knees, send the knees down, untuck the toes. Child's pose, full breath. Take your gaze forwards, inch the hands closer towards the front of the mat. Peel yourself up, finding your push-ups once again. Ready, lowering for 5, 4. Come down as low as you want to. 3, 2. Nice work. Last one. Whoo, come on up. Send it back, child's pose. Take a break. Full breath in. Good. Inhale, peel yourself up, find your forearms. This is the last set. Stay on the knees if you are, tuck the toes if you're doing that. Ready? Shifting forwards for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good job. Lower the knees. Send the hips back. Full breath here. Good. Peel yourself up. Send the hands along. Good. Tuck the toes, hips back. Down dog here. Big breath in. Inhale, looking towards the hands. Walk the hands towards the feet. Take the hands onto the feet, let them touch, and then send them back out. Good. Coming back again. On your own time, on your own breath. Sending it back. Down dog. Good. Last time, send the hands towards the feet. Let them touch, and then send it all the way back. Take a bend to the knees. Untuck the toes. Hips back. Child's pose. Full breath here. Let it go. Good work. So that was the first bit of our day 1, our strength training. Now we're going to move into our flexibility part of our challenge. So if you have blocks, grab onto them. If not, grab some books or something. You don't even need them, but it's good to have them. If you don't have anything, then just come onto your hands. Okay, so we're gonna come back into a down dog. Take the hands onto the front of the mat. The feet come to the back of the mat. Send the hips up in space. Bend the knees and come high onto the tippy toes. Send the hips up in space. Back is nice and long. Big inhale here. And big exhale. Good. Next inhale, we're gonna bring that right leg up just a little bit, and then exhale, send the knee in towards the chest. See if we can draw the right foot through and between the palms, and just inch the foot forwards so it's nice and between the palms. And from here, we can stay up on the hands. We're gonna drop that back knee, untuck the back toes, and we can stay on the hands like so, or if you do have blocks, place them under the hands. It makes it a little bit more easy if you haven't stretched in a long time. Okay, and if you're a little bit stiff. So then we're gonna open up through the heart space. Big breaths in, big breath out. Good, one more breath in. As we exhale, we're gonna shift the hips back in space. The right toes peel up off of the mat and the right leg becomes straight. All the weight's in that back knee, your left knee now. And you can draw the blocks back with you. You can bring them higher if you need to, or you can leave them the same. So really flex those right toes, and we're energetically sending the right hip back and left hip forward. So in these poses, in these little splits, we tend to shift our hips, so our front legs forwards, our front hips forwards, but for here we're gonna draw the hip backwards. All right, so keeping the chest, the heart space nice and open. We're not trying to round the body too much. Next, inhale, shift it forwards, take a bend into that front leg, take the blocks with you. Inhale and exhale. Big inhale. Exhale, send it back. Take the toes up off the mat, send them up towards the sky. Find a little bit of a fold and find some rocking movements if that's gonna feel good for you. If you need something a little bit extra, good. Next inhale, shift it forward. Let it go. Nice work. We're gonna find our splits on this side now. So we're going to come up to halfway between both of those poses, and then we're just gonna inch the feet away just a little bit until we can find our splits that we're comfortable with finding today. So it might not look very good because this is the first day of our challenge. So be mindful of that and give yourself some time to improve on your splits. Take a flex to the foot or take a point to the toes and just notice where it feels good for you. And you can come up higher onto the blocks if you need to, if you want to, and put lots of weight into those arms. Good, and then looking down and noticing the hips and trying to keep them in alignment. I know they won't be perfect all the time, but just being mindful of the alignment of the hips. If it helps to think of them like a train track, like a railroad track. 2 more breaths. Remembering that this is going to help you in the long run. And it will get easier as the days go by. All right. Good, we're going to slowly bring the legs up and out of it. And we're gonna switch sides. Take the knees together and step the left foot forwards. Into your low lunge, let the knee fall onto the ground, that back knee, the right knee this time. And send all your weight down into that hip and forwards. Nice open heart space here. Deep breaths. Ooh, big inhale. Exhale, send it back in space. Take the left toes up off of the mat, send them up towards the sky. Good. Once again, drawing the left hip backwards, right hip forwards. So all of our stretch is coming from the hip. It's not coming from the torso, folding over, trying to get our nose to our knee. It's all coming from right here in the hip, trying to get the belly nice and close to the thigh. Good. Next inhale, shift it forwards. Take blocks with you. Keep breathing. Big inhale. Exhale, send it back. Left toes come towards sky. Good. Draw left hip back, right hip forwards. Find movement if you need to, if you want to. Maybe a little rock side to side, a little shimmy, a little shake. Nice, and then next inhale, we're gonna shift weight forwards just a little bit so we come to this halfway mark just like before, and then we're gonna find our splits. So walking the legs out as far as they want to go today. And again, coming up higher onto the blocks or onto the books or chairs that you have beside you to help yourself be propped up. And then noticing the feet. Does it feel better to have them flexed or pointed? And then noticing where you are on in your splits journey for this challenge. How far are you away from the ground? Not bringing any judgment to it, just noticing, all right? So by the end of these 5 days, you're gonna see a huge difference, and all of these little flexibility, all of these strength drills are going to get you into your headstand. Just you wait, it's gonna be really good. We have to be patient and take our time with all of these goal poses that we wanna do. And building this consistent workout, consistent stretching regimen is the best way to get there. Inhale, peel the body back up. Woo, shake it out, rock it out. Let it go. That was so juicy. All right, take a moment to come onto sit bones, ditch the blocks, and just shake out the legs. Give your knees a little shake, give a point, a flex to the feet. Good, and then we're gonna draw the feet together, send the knees out wide. So this is our butterfly pose or our cobbler's pose, okay? And then you can stay right here. If you feel comfy here, you can also, if you're really tight, grab onto a blanket or a hoodie, even a block, maybe place it under the sit bones. Give yourself some height, give your seat some height, and keep the feet on the mat, on the ground. And then you can shift some weight forwards, maybe take the feet wider, take the feet in more, and see if you can find a little bit of a fold, a little bit of a stretch. So you're really gonna feel this if you are tight on the glutes, on the backs of the legs, maybe even on the front of the legs, and then right through those inner thighs. It's gonna be really juicy. All right, so we're gonna breathe here. This is our final stretch, our final little pose for day one. Let it go. Give yourself a pat on the back for showing up, for being here, for doing the challenge, for trusting in me, your teacher, and trusting in yourself that you will find progress. You're gonna find a transformation by the end of this challenge. Good, next inhale, come on up, peel yourself up off of the mat. Nice. And then that's it. There is your day 1 challenge. Thank you so much for joining me in it. I will see you tomorrow for day 2. Namaste.